Hello and welcome to the Stro Show. I'm your host, Alex, and today I brought my beautiful wife back on to co-host.
Hi, everyone. This is Amy Stronick.
So, you and I, we were talking about things we could possibly talk about on the show tonight.
Yes.
And you actually brought up the Bon Jovi purchasing the Buffalo Bills. I know you and I, we're not like big football fans.
No, we're not.
We're more into the geeky things.
We're hockey fans.
Yeah, we're hockey fans. But apparently, well, why don't you tell? You were telling me about it kind of before. Why don't you talk about it?
Well, I was reading, and apparently Bon Jovi is a prospective buyer of the Buffalo Bills, and Buffalo hates Bon Jovi. I did not know this.
So, did they explain why? Apparently, he hates or they hate Bon Jovi.
Apparently, due to the fact that they're afraid that he's going to take the Bills out of Buffalo. So they hate Bon Jovi.
So has he said anything to make people think that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like, he's from New Jersey. So I feel like, for this, I guess if you are a Buffalo fan, it is the other side of the state. Buffalo, New York's on one side. New Jersey is right by New York City on the other side of the state.
But this is the crazy thing. Apparently, clubs, radio, bars are all banned Bon Jovi songs.
Really?
Yes.
You know what I feel like we need to do now?
What's that?
We need to go to these different bars and just live on a prayer.
Well, apparently, I guess some local cover band did a Living on a Prayer cover tune, and they were booed off the stage. Like,
we need to get an alcohol group together and head out to that area. No, yeah, we're going to go to Buffalo and sing different Bon Jovi songs, like down the street.
Who would have thought, like, Bon Jovi is banned in Buffalo?
I know. It's like, honestly, of course, we don't know the full story, but why would someone get so upset over him owning it? Like, I think it'd be kind of cool. Granted, yeah, if he was going to take my favorite team out of, town to some other place, which issue. I know, has happened in the past with different sports teams. But, it's like, I think he should, at this point, release a statement kind of saying what, if he were to own him, he would keep him in Buffalo. I know he really seems to want to own some sort of football team, because I believe he owned I think it was called an XFL football team. It's like an indoor football, like, it's kind of like the NFL, but it's its own league. Yeah, league, that's what it is. It's like an indoor football league.
Oh. Not in Buffalo.
No, this one was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was him. Yeah, so I think he really seems to want to own a football team.
I'm just, when you hear Bon Jovi's been banned from Buffalo, you think like, oh my goodness, what happened? What crazy stage antics did he do? And then you realize he just might buy the football team.
Yeah.
He didn't even buy him yet. He just might.
What's funny is that, like, from my understanding about Bon Jovi, he's one of those more, like, level-headed kind of musicians where, like, he's still in love with his wife. Like one of those crazy musicians.
Jeez, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Still in love with his wife.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, he's not, like...
Like, he's married.
Yeah, he's married, happy,
still in
happily.
Love and
yeah.
happy.
Crazy people. Crazy musicians these days.
Please. No, but, yeah. So, and I lived in Buffalo for a while, so... Little crazy Buffalo.
I have some family members who are huge Buffalo Bills fans. I should have called them up real quick and asked them, so, like, what's going on with this Bon Jovi thing? Like, has he stated it? My brother, he would know. He's, like, the real sports fan.
I'm not.
Like I'm, like, the one person in my family, like, who, like, keeps up to date with, like, hockey. Like, I've been called Canadian. In my workplace, they refer to me as the Canadian.
It's
Canadian in the corner.
It's the beard and lumberjack shirt.
And so it's kind of funny with my like my older brother. He's into sports. He loves like basketball. He loves football, and you know he'll watch hockey here or there. But like when I was a kid, my dad would take me to hockey games, and I'm sure anyone who listens to the podcast have heard this a few times. But so like when it comes to hockey, I kind of know what's going on. When it comes to any other sport, I'm just like, okay, that's nice. You know, like I just don't know. You know, I might watch a football game here or there with your dad.
Yeah, and my dad will buy you football apparel.
Yeah. I've been voluntold that I am a New York Jets fan.
You are, and you wear your New York Jet memorabilia that my dad has bought you.
It fits me. Your dad knows my size, so it fits me.
My dad loves to buy you clothes. It's weird. It's so weird. My dad has single-handedly tripled your wardrobe. And I don't know why. My dad doesn't buy it for anyone else in the family, but he likes to buy you things.
You want to know why? It's because I wear it in front of him.
It's because you wear it in front of him, yeah. That's
and I thank him. I thank him and I wear it in front of him.
But the thing is, you'll wear these your New York Jets stuff, and then people come up to you and be like, "Hey, how was that game?"
Yeah, I know. People will ask me about these Jets games. I'm like, I don't know.
No, you just nod and smile, and you're like, "Yeah."
I'm like, oh yeah. Well, usually people they'll set me up though. It's like, you know, you can usually tell how like the game went. They're like, oh man, how about that Jets game? It's like, yeah, I know it sucks, right? Because you know that you know they're depressed, you know. And then you have those other people. They're like, oh man, you know, it's like the Jets won, you know. So you must be pretty happy about them. Like, yeah, like exactly, totally. Go Jets, Jets, Jets,
Oh my God.
mofos.
It's like my father's here with us.
But like people make it easy for me to figure out whether it feels a good game or bad game. And then there are like people who will they'll be like opposed to the Jets. They're like, dude, Jets suck. I just look at them like, so do you.
See, I'm like, if someone... Now, my dad did one time buy me a Jet shirt, and I did wear it, and I think someone did say something one time, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm just wearing the shirt. So yeah, I openly admit that I'm a fraud.
Well, I'll just play it off like I don't.
You're
know.
more coy. You're good at hiding it.
I'm good.
But yeah, but hockey, we love hockey.
I figured for your dad in case he's like watching. I feel like your dad watches me at all times. Like your dad likes me the most, but yet he is like the most worrisome of me.
You married his baby girl.
Yeah, it's true.
Got his eyes on you.
Yeah, daddy's little girls who I married.
Yeah. And on our wedding day, my dad posted a sign up for me that said, "It's not too late."
Yeah.
Which is still hanging up in his house.
Yeah, it's still hanging up in her old. It was just your bathroom, your own personal bathroom. Her dad posts up the sign, and it was after we were married when I came over and I saw it still there, and I pointed it out to Amy.
What
just kind of
this?
like what is this? You know what? He understands that now it's too late. Like he can take it down.
No, we can't take it
All
down.
right, we got married back in October. All right, so and it's still there to this day. So right now it is July. You know, about to be August. At least during the recording of this, this might be up by August. You know, it's like July 29th, the night we're recording this, and to this day, that sign is still up in that bathroom.
It is.
How many months has that been?
Well, you're asking me.
So, no, or let's count this, okay? So it was put up in October. So November, December.
At least you got the
January,
month right when we got
February, March, April, May, June, July. What is it? 8 months?
Yeah. That sign is not coming down. Gives me good memory.
Oh, good memories. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, this is my wife.
I don't know what that means.
Good memories about her father telling her it's not too late to not marry me.
Wishful thinking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And
okay,
that's it for this episode of the Stro Show.
And Amy Stronach will never be a guest again on the Stro Show. She will not be invited back.
So, but your dad does seem to like me, even though he still was trying to talk you out of it.
Yes.
Because he'll buy me stuff. Maybe he's trying to set me, like, so I'm indebted to him.
Polish mafia.
He's going to, like, turn me into some sort of, like I have to do, like, favors now for him. He's going to send me out on, like, missions where I could die. Like, he's going to send me to Buffalo to, like, karaoke Bon Jovi songs. No, you're going to go
I spoiled the plan, apparently.
You're going to go into this karaoke bar, and you're going to sing Living on a Prayer. And, yeah.
And then you don't know, is it because it's Bon Jovi, or is it just the singing?
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Hey, I used to...
No, you have a very good voice.
I used to bring down the house.
You have a wonderful singing voice.
With my karaoke.
I know. I
won you over.
Yeah, that's how you won me over.
With my karaoke. You got jealous when I karaokeed with any other girl.
Yeah, I did.
This
and
was before
I
we were dating.
Wasn't even dating you. I was having none of it. You're my karaoke partner.
So, you know what? Anyone who's listening to this, if you want to comment, let us know what you think about this Bon Jovi situation. And my father-in-law's little sign that says it's not too late, even though it's too late now.
And if you want to comment on Alex's sexy karaoke voice, we'll also take those comments. Commenting now.
So you're probably, if you're listening to this, you're probably listening to it on YouTube. You're one click away from subscribing, so why don't you do that? Just theretrowave.com. Oh, no, that's normal website. youtube.com/theretrowave. And then click subscribe. And you can get regular updates about our show here.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so last episode, I did it by myself. All right, and it's hard sometimes to talk by yourself. These shows are about a half hour long. That's what I try to do. And so I have decided that, or I'm thinking at least about creating a secondary character I could randomly talk to, and they'll reply in the background.
So I'm officially X'd.
No. No, I mean, like whenever I don't have like a co-host such as yourself, I was thinking about just as like a little backup thing. Maybe it could be considered like a comedy.
Okay, what do you think here?
So I would say something like, so what do you think about that, Jimmy? And then all of a sudden you hear yeah, I think that's awesome. One of those in the background.
Oh, like the full room, the full. Like the room is filled with people.
Yeah, where it's basically me pretending to be someone else for a second. Should I start doing this with the show?
That just terrified me just now. But
I was talking about this in the last podcast. I think I scared you.
Oh my goodness! Yes, that's what that was. You can't do this character. You should give me a heart attack, freaking heart attack.
I might have to, because if I'm by myself again, I don't have anyone else to host with me. Like, I need to keep it entertaining,
No, but you don't need to give me a heart attack and nearly kill me.
But if I'm recording, I always tell you if I'm going to podcast.
Okay, so last time apparently you.
I was talking to John, my co-host with the RetroFuture podcast, telling him that I was thinking about doing something like that. And so I did an impression of it, in which I think John laughed. He thought it was funny. But why don't you continue on?
So I'm downstairs, and all of a sudden I hear, now Alex isn't a loud person. All of a sudden I hear him screaming, and I drop everything. I'm oh my God, something's happening, he's dying, you know, I don't care if someone's breaking in because, you know, he can take care of that, but I think something, you know, he's dying. And so I dropped everything, I run to the top of the stairs, and all of a sudden, I hear him laughing.
And you
not funny.
You didn't like that at all.
Was not funny. You have to warn me.
Well, now you know, though. Whenever I'm going to do a podcast.
Great.
This is your warning.
No.
That I might be doing one of those. No, let's get Jimmy's opinion on this.
No, I don't want Jimmy.
I think it's a good idea. He agrees. Jimmy agrees.
I don't like Jimmy.
Jimmy likes it.
No. Well, Jimmy likes it, then.
I don't know what I'm going to name him, though. Right now it's Jimmy.
It's always Jimmy or George or Robert.
All right, so we got to talk about that. All right, so
your creativity.
when I was younger, when I was just a small wee lad.
2 years ago.
No, this was much longer.
Like 3 or 4.
When I was in like junior high, maybe like freshman in high school, I was trying to write stories, you know, like actual legitimate prose, where basically I was trying to write a book or different books, but I was having trouble figuring out good names for characters, and so I felt like at the time it was more realistic to use a generic name for a character. And it would always end up being like a Jimmy, Jim, George, Scott.
Very creative.
Very generic names.
Vanilla.
You know, John. Vanilla.
Very vanilla.
Yeah, and so Amy had happened to see some story I was writing, or I had written, I should say, not writing. I had written at the time. And you just burst out laughing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the names are always very predictable. Very,
very.
Not that if your name is one of these names that, you know, you're vanilla. That's not what we're saying.
Well, she thinks I should be more like Kevin Smith and choose like a Dante Randall.
No, I'm just mix it up once in a while. We always know you're going to name the character Jimmy. So don't.
I'm going to come up with an original name for that. For the guy I randomly talked to, which was actually myself.
You randomly talked to.
Yeah, the guy that's sitting in the background. He's like napping on the non-existent couch I have. I imagine him as like this homeless dude. He's like missing like a front tooth.
See, actually, I didn't. I had a different image of him.
Oh, what was your image?
My image was like older college student still at the fraternity. You know, like he's
a frat boy.
But he's been in college for like 7 to 10 years.
Oh, Jeremy Piven.
Professional college
at UPC.
student.
Got it. UPC. Jeremy Piven. That's perfect. Oh my God. That's perfect.
That's him.
All right, I have to look up Jeremy Piven's character name, and that's what I'm going to name him. I don't remember his name from UPC. Oh, what was it? I thought it was just UPC. I thought it was the name of the movie. It's University or no, it's PCU. Politically Correct University. That's what it was. Came out in 94. Stars Jeremy Piven. And James.
So he has Jimmy.
No, well,
Jim.
Quote, you know, Draws or Andrews. I refer to him as Mr. Andrews.
He's Jimmy.
What do you think of that, Mr. Andrews?
He's Jimmy.
You have to admit, that's funny. That's too good.
It's Jimmy. You can't get away from it now.
I can't get away from it now.
No.
All right, from PCU, Jeremy Piven from PCU. So, hey Jimmy. So, you think this is a good idea? Do you like your name being Jimmy? Oh hell yeah!
Sorry, Jimmy's No, he had a rough night. Drank a lot.
Yeah, well, it's Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven. He's a great actor, in my opinion. I like him in just about everything he has been in. He's been in Entourage. He plays Ari Gold. My wife is just sitting here, just putting her shoulders. I don't know. I haven't once seen that.
I don't know. I haven't seen.
He's in Mr. Selfridge. You have seen the first episode of that?
I've seen Entourage.
You've seen like one episode?
I've seen a couple.
Couple episodes.
Yeah.
I like Jeremy Piven.
You know what? Yeah.
What?
Yep. I know him.
She's looking at a picture of him on IMDb.com. She's like, yeah, yep, I know him.
Not personally.
Not personally. I love the fact though that I was calling him Jimmy, and next thing I know, the character I decided to name him after happens to be a James.
Too coincidental. It's too perfect.
Too good. It is what it is. I had to do it. Oh my God, there's a short film called Jeremy Piven's Beard. I think that is a must-see.
He's Mr. Selfridge.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I said that earlier.
No, you said he was in Mr. Selfridge.
But yeah, he is Mr.
He is
Selfridge.
Mr. Selfridge.
Yes. He is Mr. Selfridge in Mr. Selfridge.
Okay. We enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad considering all we watched was the first episode. Yeah. It was right before we had actually gotten Amazon Prime.
Now we have currently been watching. Can we talk about Murdoch Mysteries? Which goes into your possibly being confused for being Canadian because it is a Canadian television show.
Yeah, it's a Canadian television show. And we love it. It's really entertaining. It's it's a murder mystery detective
in Victorian times.
Using in Canada, in Toronto, Canada.
In Toronto, using kind of cutting edge science, forensic science from that time period to solve his crime.
Yeah, what's really entertaining is that the main character, his name's William Murdoch. He will invent these things which are like ahead of his time, and then this constable like assistant, he's like he is
Watson.
Yeah, he's like his Watson in a sense. He will name these things for William Murdoch, Detective Murdoch, and it ends up always being the name of like the modern version of whatever the thing is he invented, and it's really entertaining.
Yeah, and everyone tells him it's a terrible idea.
Like, yeah, they say, who'd want that? That's
like the idea, they discovered a kind of two-way mirror, and he's like, oh, we should put these in the interrogation room. Yeah, everyone's like, why would they want that? You know, he's got a lot of funny, he's ahead of his time ideas.
Yeah, and of course he's trying to become a murder mystery writer.
Yes, and then, so then you have those characters, and then you have the mortician, the coroner on the show. Yep. And it's a woman, Dr. Ogden, and so she gives me kind of a Dr. Quinn medicine woman feel.
Yeah, she does have that kind of feel to her. She almost kind of sort of, like, it might be just because of the era.
Yeah, they have the same hairdo.
Yeah. They look very similar. I wonder if that was done on purpose. They're like, well, the Americans have the medicine woman.
Jane Seymour.
We'll have the coroner. You know?
Yeah, it does feel like that. But the thing that really makes me laugh is the show, the city it's set in Toronto, Canada. And you always see all these shows set in like New York City or, Philadelphia. And they never, especially even if it's in New York City, they never seem to have any references to upstate New York. And yet this show, which is in Toronto and another country, is constantly in and out and dealing with upstate New York, which I think it's really cool to have.
Actually, one episode will happen in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. They've been to Albany.
Yeah, or it was at least set in Buffalo. I don't know if they actually
it was set in,
shot in Buffalo.
At least the storyline, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Which I always think, if when these shows are set in New York, they're always just New York City. When
they're not.
It makes sense that, there'd be more
I really
traveling.
think that they should get an episode in Utica.
They did have on The Office.
Yeah, they did. They actually,
Utica branch.
Yeah, the Office. They had an episode where they briefly visited Utica, and they actually shot like one quick shot in Utica. And so I remember when we watched that episode, my friends and we actually went out trying to figure out where exactly they shot.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they actually shot something.
Yeah, they actually shot. Like, it was literally like a single shot. I think two of the characters were in a car, and so you had to try to look out the window, see where it may have been. And I don't know if we actually figured it out. Like, we literally drove around trying to find out where they shot that. Actually, there's a show on Netflix. I saw this in the news. It's called Orange is the New Black. And they apparently bring up Utica also, because that show is based in upstate New York area also. It's like Litchfield or something where it's based in. Something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, I thought that I like whenever they do that. The Simpsons have referenced Utica a few times. I believe I forgot what character said that they're from Utica. I don't remember now. Maybe in the superintendent. And also, I think Homer says like oh, take that. I forgot what it was. Like, I think it had to do population size. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Me neither.
Yeah, I always like whenever someone does reference Utica area.
Oh, this trumps all of them. The show that really pays homage to upstate New York is on Sesame Street. One episode of Oscar the Grouch said that he was going to a Grouch convention in Syracuse, New York.
But it's still not Utica. But that is
no,
funny.
it's upstate. It's close enough.
That's funny.
But Grouch convention, Syracuse, New York. Very.
I'm wondering if that was said because I think Utica area, or I should say Central New York area, tends to have like people see it as like a very grumpy area.
I love Oscar the Grouch. He's the only interesting one. We'll take it.
Yeah,
he can come to Grouch conventions in upstate New York anytime he wants. There.
Actually, growing up, one of my best friends' his name was Oscar.
And you were the Grouch? No.
Are you saying we're one and the same?
No. No. Just kidding.
Yeah, but it's really cool whenever they do that. Reference Utica.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to say that is it for this episode of The Stro Show.
What do you think about that, Jimmy?
I think it's pretty awesome. His voice is, I think, just change every time. He must be really drunk.
Jimmy.
He's frat boying it up.
Yeah.
Old man frat boy.
Old
like
man
Frank
frat
the
boy.
Tank. Well, that's it for this episode of The Stro Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can send me an email also. But it's youtube.com/TheRetroAv. Click subscribe. You can do that. Yeah, go to it. Right there. Yeah, click. There we go. And you can also follow me on Twitter. It's at AlexStronic. And you can also send in emails. TheRetroAvenue@gmail.com. Not the RetroAv, but it's TheRetroAvenue@gmail.com. Yeah, it's slightly different from the website, TheRetroAv.com. But it is what it is. And I guess we will catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.